Hello. Oy. Like this. Ugh, that is bitter. Hold on. Let me give it some mix. Oh, Lord and Sky. Alrighty then. Alrighty then. Right, Gunterson. How you doing? We've got a coffee. It's 2. My sleep is destroyed, but we shall fix whatever needs fixing. Alright, so I spent last day or so identifying build problems, but fixing things, and generally just improving gameplay. Also, just to be fair, that was a good fix. Now that I've spotted it, here are all these macros, macro. They're just in this version, yeah. In the one we're gonna give you guys, yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. I've got it built and running with the old stuff. I'm pretty certain it's to do with the clear chaos cloth asset currently. Um, yeah, because it is an experimental thing, and I think it's culling itself. Every like the flashing is it's culling itself now. There is something that's stopping the cloth sim, but I think that's to do ray tracing or something. But love me a coffee. But yeah. Okay. So what am I doing? There's a couple things I'm not happy with, but I've introduced one or two things that do feel better. What I'm going to do today is add animations and try and fix. There's one thing that happens basically. So like if I try and climb this guy here, right? If I drop down, that wasn't quite what I wanted to happen. I'm a bit annoyed with us. So if I drop down here, you see how it goes back to a climb there, and then it goes back to locomotion. This is what we're gonna fix. We're gonna fix this today. Um, Now I also discovered another interesting thing because basically in the built version, everything is very smooth, like too smooth. Like the frames, like I think I'm running at 120, and yeah, like everything is so flowy and fluid that it annoys me. Like not annoys me, but like it makes everything feel really slow. Like if I'm honest, um, and just in here when I I upped. So I was like, is this just because of how we do it, or is it because I think we've taken out a lot of ray tracing stuff? To be honest, I can't lie to you. There's definitely some. There's definitely some problems going on with some of the settings. I can't lie to you, but it's primarily with the cloth of whatever. It's I think it's the inclusion color. Like when the cloth intersects with the thing, it culls it, and then when it comes back out, like it reappears it, and it keeps on culling it. That's why the flash is. Um, now, yeah. So this bug here, but I also added some cool, got nice cool bolts. I need to sync up a lot of the like world ports. If you see here, it really, I mean, really just, yeah, like it's correct. And then this is what you see the floor of a. I think realistically, there's a couple things that could be going on there. Um, with this guy, two things. The first, right, obviously could be very good. Now the first could obviously be what's it called? The only thing that I don't know that I don't like about this, and that this is my fear, is what happens if I do this. I had a feeling that would be the case, but I'll address that. Now we need to move the route back to what it was. That's So this is when we need to be more precise in our like detection. So this you really got to do an over onto. You know what I mean? So this is the when we have more unique cases that we need to handle better, basically. And this is when stuff like this really comes that needs to be important done. Because I think the way we handle the route needs to be different. Because like guy like this isn't gonna fall. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna fall. Instead, you're gonna learn. So we need to account for that. You know. So there's a lot of cases, but I know what those cases are, and I know how to solve them. So it's alright. Um, yeah. I mean, a lot of this process has been like trying to account for like all the random edge cases that when you can when you develop a big man, especially when you're not making it. Yeah. And this is why we wouldn't get you guys to play because you just you'll play a certain way and you'll do certain things thinking you've covered all scenarios and you give it to someone else and they'll just do something they're like, oh crap. you know. Anyway, let's fix this climb bug that's been bugging me last few days. Today I will fix it. Um it does mean that we have to go into it always does this bloody thing. I hate when it does this. I hate when it does this. Okay, so it means we got to look in here. Now, the issue really is because, like, we just say this either, right? Now, then this is just for now, right? Now, the big issue here is, yeah, like, because, I mean, I'll show you. What we'll do is, we'll put this guy here. Ah, see, okay, well, you can't see it, but unfortunately, yeah. So when it does this, it's getting stuck in. It's getting stuck in the wall climbing, and then going back to the other guy. Now, you know what, though? Hold on. Locomotion trade. Let's handle this locomotion. Hmm, that's super weird. Oh, it's popping up on the other screen. That's why. Okay, hold on. I was wondering. Oh, don't. Can you? Oh, it's fine. If I actually care about that. Ooh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, yeah. Hold up, hold up. Wait a minute. That makes a lot of sense. It might just be the fact that I'm a terrible programmer. It probably is just that I'm a terrible programmer. Okay, so at this point now, our thing has got to say no longer wall climbing. Ah, nah, it takes a hot second to do that. It takes a hot second to do that. So that's what's up. Okay, let's check that out. Oh, do you know what it could be? But it's still saying that the freaking climb thing. Hmm. Super soft. It's still saying the climb thing. Um, let's just dodge you a little bit. Yeah, you know what? This is saying what? Yeah, I mean, yeah. Do you know what I mean? Let's um, let's just debug that. Yeah, it's so funny because I watch videos of other people, like people playing the old versions, and I'm like, God, why did we release that? And it's so weird because, but I think it's like, I look back, I'm like, could we have not just gone straight down this route? But I don't know. I think it's good because I think we have a lot more over this last few years. Like, I think we know what a parkour game like, at least like the quality bar, right? Like, and I just think, yeah, like to build on from. Like, go away, you. Why are you doing this to me? That is correct. I mean, it's not wrong. That's the thing. It just seems to like lag about. You know what I wish it would do instead, actually? I mean, this might help it. What if we just said, take off? We say, like, if this is just, I'm just like messing around with stuff just to see. It's crazy because like I'm just like once we get this like state like base thing stable, because there's a couple things like I really hate personally. I hate the transition from like when you jump across some, because I just think it's like, yeah, yeah, no, I agree, Baron. It's just I think it's tricky because like there's certain mechanics that we're trying to do really well that you may in most like not actually care about. Like I always think like jumping across something or just jumping over something are often quite like undervalued things. Whereas like there's such like base staples that, and we've tried to hone in on it and making it perfect, but like the fundament, it's quite a process. Like just jumping between a thing, isn't this like poof, you jump to it, you know what I mean? But like once you nail that aspect of it, but doing it in a really like scalable way, then I think everything becomes a little. So I gotta look at. Oh, okay, okay. See, I'm already liking this. Why, why, why are you doing this to me? Okay, hold on. Let's grab this dude. Let's simulate you. I mean, I don't know. I do not know what it just did there, but okay. So it's doing that. Now it stopped doing whatever it's doing. I need it to go straight back into. Why does it? It doesn't go bang straight back into. Annoying me so badly. Okay, if I made this zero, the blend timing from idols zero, would that do anything? I know that's completely wrong, but okay. So it stops doing that. You are annoying me. See what? Nah, crazy, crazy, crazy. What I'm curious, you know what it could be? What I may need to see is like, is it updating? Is it updating that locomotion trait appropriately? Okay, so it stops doing it. Then it should go straight back into idle, but it goes back into wall climbing, and then goes back straight to idle, which is just ridiculous. I could be. Bless me. Hee hee. I have a funny feeling I know what's up. So this, right? So we do this, right? And all of this is in this, which we call in the update movement. I bloody knew it. I knew it. I knew something was sus. Okay. Let's see when we do these two guys. Okay. Ah, we always do. Okay. Fast. Fast. Yeah, because it never stops because we're always outputting that low conversion trait. So yeah, I was completely wrong in my analysis. Living learn. Yeah, it says green, 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 green. See, it still says what? That's wrong. Yo, don't annoy me today, man. That is completely wrong. I know it's something. I know it is. I know it is. This is the thing I know. I know it is. There's something somewhere that's holding it out, holding it back. Sorry. Hey, hold on, sorry. I can't really. See, it goes off rip straight away, it fires off. Oh. Oh. Climb 2. Hold on a hot second. What is that? Sir, I've just got I'm getting a takeoff callback from this dude. Ah, that's hella sus. Do I have a Twitter? I've got like a personal Twitter, but no, I don't really use it like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like it's weird. Like I don't know. Twitter is weird now. My Twitter is just full of crap. I can't. Like, I avoid Twitter because I look at it because like as much as I hate the crap, I'm one of the you know when you like I hate it, but then I like low key kind of like it. But like in terms of like it's just interesting in that regard. But it's not the kind of thing I would want to look at. It's very specific. I don't know. Twitter is just a bit of a cesspool of nonsense now. It's just like I go on it and I don't follow any of these pages. I just see so much, just like nonsense. Like it just like, the whole thing is just. I swear, it's just people getting killed or beaten up, or there's some attack, or there's like I don't even know. It's just like it used to be so funny. I don't know. Now it's a bit just dark humor. I don't know. Yeah, but I use Instagram mainly. Um, yeah, this is sus. It's real sus. Oh no 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 no! I didn't mean to open you. Close that. Quit. This is a new Wesley tune. Bangers. When are we getting the new version? I'm telling you, man, it's crazy. Do you know what's messed up as well? Like, I think this is when like sometimes like the whole Elon Musk thing, like talking about free speech, and I'm like, like the thing is, right? Free speech and misinformation are like bread and butter. You know what I mean? Like they just live together, and there is nothing you can do because the rate at which you can correct in misinformation spreads faster. Like is so much slower than you can spread misinformation. So like the amount of times I go on Twitter and they have like this community notes, which I think is a really good feature. Um, and it's like the amount of times I see someone tweet something and then just get noted, and I see the note to be fair that I'm like, oh, yeah, like this didn't happen, this is false. But there's already like 20,000 likes and like 3 million views and like thousands of comments saying, "Oh my god, can't believe this happened." And then you realize that like before it can get noted, how many people that don't care about noting it are, you know what I mean? Like, because it requires someone else to do research or combat that, create evidence, get that, did it to correct the misinformation. But like the person spreading it doesn't matter. Like I think it should be a thing where like if you get community noted a certain amount of times, you get like blocked or banned. That personally, because that would make the most sense for me. Then you can appeal it, right? And then you can review like what were the things you were community noted for, right? But if there is no consequence to being community noted, then for me it doesn't matter because then I could just go say whatever and a note at the bottom of the page say it. But before I get noted, I could get a million interactions. You know what I mean? So like if they made it like so that community notes have a penalty. So like say for example you get 3 community notes in a week, you can't post for 4 days or just something where it's like, oh, like, and it depends on what the note is. Like if the note is tagged as misinformation, right, then you get some kind of penalty because there has to be like you have to have a deterrent for things like to avoid like because I think the issue that people have with this like new age like free speech is that we genuinely think humans are better than they are. Like we suck as a species. Like we really do. Like we are not amazing people. Like we do great things. Don't get me wrong, but like man, we suck. Sometimes we just really suck, and people do suck. And people, we're all selfish. You know what I mean? Like we will all be we're all selfish in our nature. Like so, like I mean, I have a pessimistic view on like humanity in general, but you're expecting people to once you give them free speech, you're expecting them to say nice things, but they're never gonna do that. They're gonna say the absolute worst things because they can. Like, you know what I mean? Because you think, oh, free speech, I'm gonna use it to say all the nice things I want to do. It's like, nah. People use free speech as a way to just say all the terrible things they like, and it's not like, oh, fight the power. You are just being just like dicks. I don't know. I don't know, man. It's crazy. Because sometimes I look at it and I'm just like, Jesus Christ, like, what is this? Is this social media? Like, it's crazy. So I avoid it at all costs. I go on it because I'm just like, what is to just like remind myself of like, God, this like my life's alright. People are miserable, man. Um. Anyway, what was I doing? Ah, yes, something sus was going on in this guy here. Um. To be honest, this whole animation is so sus. Yeah, that's hella sus. What? This is super weird. Yeah, do you know what? I genuinely believe that. Yeah, I believe that too. Like most people on their own are so calm, and I also yeah, nice. Okay, it doesn't do the weird. Take off cool band answer. Still does the thing I don't want it to do though. Okay, so take off. See what the fact is still saying like wall climate is a problem to me because it shouldn't be. All right, you know, let's do this again. Hold on. Okay, so then let's go into this function. I found that too, to be fair. Like most people, lovely. Now, what I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna ping the next into this, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hold on, hold on. Yeah, yeah, okay, okay, okay. See now we're getting to the root of this. Um, yeah, the fact that it's not pinging that is crazy to me. So let's go in here. Let's do this. Ping this guy. Yeah, skips past it. Okay, okay. So it just doesn't update the trait. That's the difference. Okay. See now I'm getting it. So what is this? So what's happening here is it's not updating this trait. So now let's go check move input threshold in here, right? Because now we're not climbing anymore. So it's not actually doing this. But what needs to happen in that regard is we need to update our proposed trait somehow. You know what I mean? So that means okay. So then let's step into this function here. What song is this? Hang on. Yoi. Oh, I like this. Yay. Until you use your free. I don't know, man. I kind of. I'll tell you what. Like, it's so weird, right? Because there was a period of time where everyone was like super on people for like cancer culture stuff, which I was never really for, right? Because I don't like this whole premise of like growth, right? You can like change, right? But and then now it's like the same people I saw being like everyone's a snowflake, like you're too like you care too much, you do too much, are the same people that complain the most. And it's just I think everyone just sucks, to be fair. Like left, right, you can be this, you can that, like the also the idea you belong to a specific party in any kind of political sense to me is the dumbest thing in the world. Like it's so stupid. It's so stupid. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. Like I'm part of this group because I agree with most of this stuff. It's like, well, you know, like, does that mean you belong there, Jimmy? Like, is that all you are? You can't be like, I just don't. Yeah, it don't make no sense. Yeah. Then again, I don't know a better solution. So why am I asking, Jimmy? It's just like everyone's just picking the best of the worst at the point. Yeah, politics is a crazy thing, man. That's why I make games, do cool stuff. Um, yeah, this stuff dodgy. So we set up a proposed trait, right? as this. What if we set up a push trait to idle, and then we override it? Because this is the one thing that's I'm finding a little bit dodgy. What happens here? Let's see if this solves the problem, because I think that is exactly what it is. I just need to check with Dado what that function is doing. Um, that is two. Yeah, I'm finding bangers today. The pro freedom of hate speech. If you, I'm telling you, man, I need to be around more animals. They're just chill. You know what I mean? Pro freedom of hate speech. If you're racist, sure you can say that, but you should also be prepared for the social consequences. Yeah, man. The crazy thing, right? This is the thing that makes me laugh. It's like genuinely right. If you say something and someone else wants to like, because I think there's a balance, right? Like, for example, yeah, you know what? For me, generally, like, if it doesn't affect me or other people, like, generally, I just do not care. Like, like, and I don't know why people have like, what's some like, I'm fully believe in autonomy of like your body, your mind, whatever you want, like, because those are the few things. Like, I'm not a religious person, right? And but like as a fundamental human, like being able to do whatever what you could do to yourself, right? And like in general, as even like doing bad things, right? You have the ability and the free will to do so, right? Like that is like I think the nature of being a human, right? Like if you believe that you're acting beyond, like you're not choosing these things, then that what's the point, right? Do you know what I mean? So like that autonomy, I think is important, and I think as long as what you're doing doesn't harm someone else that has autonomy, like you, do what you're doing, man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you want to dye your hair, dye your hair. If you want to, I don't know, do a backflip off a building, do it, man. Like, I really like ain't affecting me. You know what I'm saying? Why would I care? Why would I crap? Like, look at that the parkour stuff, right? This is the thing. Like, parkour gets so much hate and comments and stuff. People like, why you risk your life? It's like, who is it? Doesn't matter. If I want to jump off a building, I mean, I'm not, but if I want to jump off a building or someone wants to slide down a crazy pole, like, okay. Do you know what I mean? Like, why do you care? Like, why? Like, you're so angry and so hurt about it. And I'm just like, for what reason? It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, what about someone else living their life can anger you so much? And then you realize it's probably because like they're bored. Like that's really what it is, isn't it? Like they are just bored. Fixed it. Fixed it. See that? What I'm annoyed about is that that entire fix was about like 10 seconds worth of things. Now what I need to check, however, is if I move for a rejiggity dig some stuff. So I need to see what the anim state is saying. So if we climb here and we drop, it's gonna go off. It goes straight. Love it. I love it. I just love it, mate. Now my only thing is if I reintroduce a blend time to the idle, what's gonna happen here? Oh, you know, I'm actually so happy about this fix. I can't lie. I bet you this fix was applied as affecting other things as well. Ironically, I mean, it's not doing the thing I thought it would do. So That's always a good sign. So let's see here. So, all right, we're now in the pose for the wall climbing. We drop off. We should go straight to the idle pose. We do. Yes. Oh, yes. Happy, happy, happy days. Happy days. Happy days. All is good. The only thing I'm potentially wondering, what's the blend like into this? I mean, some stuff is going a bit crazy, but I'm telling you, people are bored. Crazy. Do you know what is? Do you know what the same thing is? People are also just haters, man. People will hate no matter what you're doing. Oh, okay, we'll go fix that. People will hate just no matter what you do. Like you just like even like we're making this game, people are gonna hate. Like it has. We're not even like I'm not doing anything to them. People will hate the fact that we're making this game. Like, and it's just it's just crazy. Like we'll get hate. Freaking, what's it called? Like the other, even same like and the crazy thing is, it's like, and I guess it's just the nature of it. Like amongst all the other hate, amongst all the love you'll get, it's easy to focus in on the hate, and it's just like I think that's just like natural and like nature. Do you know what I mean like the nature of it? Like, yeah, like we'll see a lot of people be like, "Oh, this looks great, this is nice," and you'll see that person be like, "Why are you making this game?" And you're like, "What?" Like, and that'll annoy you, and it shouldn't, but it's like, oh, you're annoying. But yeah, and like, and yeah, people just want, yeah, people want you to hate. People want to be haters. It's like look at like what's it called? Like with Henry's game, with the other that other parkour get like rooftops and alleys. Like I've got nothing but love that other people are making parkour games, and I'm loving all the projects. Right? People will be like, oh, like you're making this. What did you say? I'm like, bro, why? Why do you want me to not want someone else to do anything else with love? I'm working on a parkour game too. It gets so much hate. People just hate anything. Oh man, I'm telling you, Milbert. I think you're making is Michelle? Is it you making the rooftops alleys, right? If I'm not, just correct me if I'm wrong. See, I'm telling you. Yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. Ignore everyone else says, man. That's what I've realized now. Um, and people have like 99 people that have 0% of a clue about the process behind anything. So what they think is what they think is just completely useless. Um, yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. I'm loving seeing it. I'm supporting it. Good to see, man. The more parkour games, the better, in my opinion. And what I like is that you did your own spin on it, and that's what I love about it, man. It's like your game, Henry's game. Everyone's done their own take of what a parkour game means for them, and that's the whole point. Man, I'm telling you, why is it spinning like this? Okay, I've changed something that's broken everything apparently. I'm telling you, man. It's like people that aren't involved will hate for you, and you're like, why would I hate it? Like someone said that, oh, you're annoyed about this. I was like, why on God's green earth would I be annoyed that someone else is succeeding? And it's almost like it's like saying like, oh, you don't want more people to want to play parkour games. It's like, nah, actually, I actually want less of a market. Like, it makes no sense. Yeah, so now, man, do your thing, man. Just know it's all love from this side, bro. It's all love. I broke something in the space of like 2 minutes, and I don't know what I broke. See, source control for the win. Well, what did I change that's broken everything? Really not even changed much. Let's figure out what I'm broken now. Something is broken, clearly. What have I broken? I don't even know what I changed to break all this. I break. Man, I'm telling you. It says, yeah, again, like, yeah. I do find it funny. Especially knowing for what I've seen, like, you see, like, a really nice, chill guy, man. Like, it'd be different if you were like, yeah, this game sucks, don't play that. But it's like, if we were like that. But it's like, why? Do you mean? It's a, you know what I mean? I like the project. Like, do you mean? I'm not gonna lie and say, nah, it sucks. You know what I mean? I like his project. You know, if I like his project, I want to play it. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man. Keep doing your thing, man. We just gotta ignore all these haters, bro. What did I break? I'm so confused as to what I broke. I've broken something, and I have no clue whatsoever. Let's roll back. Just broken other things, and I don't know what I've broken. Feeling it's a dodgy takeoff callback. Oh yeah, okay. Okay, well, let's get it so that it's doing what it was doing before, and then once I get it doing that, then that's really annoying for me. Okay, I need to fix that as well. I hate that more than anything as well. Okay, so it was a dodgy takeoff callback. Okay, so it would have been a dodgy take. Now let's wind back this guy. It's crazy, man. I think what is like what it is that like um there's so many elements I think that go into uh like the gameplay perception. So like now for me, for example, because I was like earlier today, I was like when I played the built version I had, it just felt slow. And I was like, it's like a little too smooth in some places, and the animations in general just are pretty slow. Um, but I sped everything up by 10%, and then it felt like 10% isn't a lot, but so it just made like doing faster animations. And like I added a jump that is like quick, so like if I sprint to this and then I jump, it does that, and you're like, oh, that feels fast. Do you mean? And so you're like, oh, like a faster animation, and the connection of the faster one is a lot nicer. So you're like, okay, it can account for and work well with some faster animations. Um, yeah, let me make sure it's not doing any of the weird. Okay, it's not. Okay. See that little turn at the end? We're gonna fix that next because I hate it. With a little constant. Oh, there's no way. I feel like I can't leave until I stick that now. It's also something dodgy with this. What 10-2-3-8, I think is the animation. I need to check out. Nah, it's dodgy. God, the run animation is so bad. Keep missing this bloody wall, man. Hold up. There we go. Oh no. What is it? It's on like the middle green. Okay, hold on. Let me just aim this right. So I need to hit it like here. Just outside that line. Okay. Oh, first try. Boom. See, I'm nice with it. You're not playing with me. See, the other thing I hate more than anything in this world is the small drop like this. I mean, that wasn't that terrible. But I think all this, motion matching. I think that's when we ooh. Oh no. Damn it. Hold up. What my local restaurant? Oh, he stops quickly, eh? How does he stop so quick? Oh. New Balance, please. Thank you. You actually have quite a lot of tight knit controls, to be fair. I'm not making that, am I? Nah, he's gonna bail. Damn it. Boom. Yeah. You did. There's no way you didn't make that. But see, there's that fool that I just don't like. Anyway, I keep getting carried away and playing. Let's sort this out. So this is because we hold on to. So if I do this, okay, at least I know what the I know what the case is that causes it, which is the main thing. That's the main thing that I was uh eerie about. I know what the case that causes it is. The other thing was a dodgy takeoff call. Um oh, hold up. Sound effects. Oh, you can hear the grunt. Oh mate. Oh, you can actually hear the sound effects of the game. I didn't realize. Oh yeah. Now you got the input. Eventually it'll be about your timing. What is up with my yo? Is it just like stick drift or? Oh, it's just stick drift. So what it is that it preserves more. It preserves that trait for a little bit longer on a damper. That looks like what it is actually. Because I'm guessing here. Yeah. So we go from sprint, releasing it goes to a run, goes to idle. Yeah, that makes sense. So that's the better way of doing the transitional a little bit smoother. What I can do until I have a chat with Dad about how we can handle this best. Let's add a case. Let's do this, right? Um so let's do this. So we'll call it David Sass. Um yeah, no, it's an input per stride. So you tap the stride, press and hold, press and release to plyo. You can do your transitional ones based on what you do between them. At the moment, you can like spam it, but eventually it'll be like the timing. It's like you have windows between will determine your score, like how good the stride is, all that kind of stuff. But for now, it's like yeah, just tap it, just get a feel for the actual input until we make scoring more of a thing. And stamina, like it'll play into your stamina, it'll play into your scoring, like your taps, rather like so. If you're just spamming it, you're just drain stamina quickly, your score will suck. Whereas if you time it nicely, like you tap closer and closer to landing, then your score will be better. The stamina drain will be less, like stuff like that. So you can just spam it and you'll run out of stamina pretty quickly, or you can like tap and like really nail in your inputs. But there's a lot of fine tuning that needs to go on, especially not on like just me playing it. Like we've got to have a lot of people play it to see what the like. There's only two of us, you know what I mean, and we can't get an accurate idea of what the feel is like, right? Like, so we get Star Boys to play more as well. Um, because so we'll leave this right. Let me just check this. Do this. And then what I want to check here is if I do the same thing. Now I'm guessing this bug will come back. Um, if I don't do anything, yeah, there we go. But if I, well, we have so much animation cleanup to do. It's crazy. Look at the hands. He's like this, and his hands are like it's so bad. Anyway, um, now if I move, however, Hmm. Hmm. Don't know about that, Jeff. Let's Yeah, I don't know if that solves that problem entirely. Let me just see this one sec. I want to make sure the pre-release was supposed to release yesterday. No, it was. In Dado's thing because we're trying to sort out what it was with the clothing. I mean, I can't build on when I'm streaming, but when I'm not streaming, I can run a build. So we're giving it to tonight. Yeah, after like I can run a build to be fair. You know what? I really do think it's the blend between the two. You know, because if I go idle here, yeah, it's cause you know. Let's do this. This is just a little fallback, so we can do this still. Um, no, 100%. Again, like plan. My plan is to. I'm gonna build tonight. There's just some things I want to work on quickly. I'm waiting on Dado to see what's the cases with his internet. Um, yeah, I plan on building tonight. To be honest. Um, so, David, I got a question for you. If you could answer it on here, you simple kind of yeah, go for it, man. Shoot away. Ask away. I don't say anything really. Um, God, that is it. 10-2-3-8. I think it is. Let's check out what's up with this animation, man. Oh, ooh, yeah, that's completely wrong. Whoa. Okay. Basketball game is like a basketball game, for example. It isn't like other sports where you may have limitations, the rules that limit the functionality you need to build, such as dribbling slash passing the ball. And so when making a parkour game with essential limitless options and movements, how do you even start to prioritize what's to be done, if you get me? Yeah, no, I know what you mean. Yeah, I know you get me. There's and I guess there's a couple angles I'm reading that you could come at this from. I guess it comes from like what mechanics to prioritize. You can also look at like what controls to prioritize, right? Because theoretically, you can't have um infinite inputs either, right? You are bound by some amount. So I guess in those two lanes, right? I guess mechanics wise, hmm. Yeah, I mean, for us, right? I think it depends on what is the narrative of your game, right? So, so for us, like the STORROR guys, right? They have a very like strong narrative for parkour, and like our parkour is kind of bound into that street essence and being able to explore the streets and explore environments, almost in like a mesh between technical parkour and adventure style like urbex, right? Like STORROR really like hit that nail between the two. Um, so a lot of the mechanics we'll prioritize are those that are like, how can you? Yeah, no. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, I don't mind. It's really about, yeah. I think first thing is like nailing like what is the like narrative. Sorry, let me just. I can't hear nothing. Like, what is the narrative for the game, right? Like, what is it that you're wanting players like to be able to do? Obviously, the end goal is like limitless movement, right? But like, if you start small, right, and if it's just like, I just want players to move around and have fun, right? Like in a way, then I would always pick the mechanics that you feel are the most fun. So now, I guess it then comes like, how much on like the parkour side are you trying to go with, right? So if you say like, I want it to be like hyper realistic parkour, you actually don't need a lot of like mechanics you'll find in games, but that will come to the flip side. Whereas like a lot of people, especially casual gamers, won't find it as fun, especially if you know your audience may not be like parkour guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think a like know your audience. Like what do they like, right? What kind of things have you found to be most popular, and what kind of things do you think people are most likely to want to do? And that is just like reading your audience, trying to understand them, ask them things like that, and then from that, figure out which mechanics in that kind of range are most fun and best fit the narrative for your game. Like, do you think, for example, let's take something like I don't even know. So for like sticks and something, um, I hear you. You focus on locomotion, climbing, vaulting, and posture, and then do the in betweens for 20 years. That's what it feels like to. Man, honestly, 100%. That's it. Because I think the key is like, once you build a really strong base, actually the other like extendable options, um, are, I don't say easy to add, but they'll come like you know what I mean, like naturally through it. Um, but like having like, I think if you picked like 4 or 5 core mechanics that you're like, these are the staples of this game, right? Like if you said like, for example, like the staples of the game are climbing, the staples of the game are like your what you do in air, right? The staples of your game are the speed. The staples of the game are like the height and like the ability to do big jumps and things. And the staples of the game are like the fluidity, and it's like it's more about how things go into each other, exactly how you're doing. Then I think already you'll know like, okay, like what things are the mechanics are we gonna struggle to, yeah, like link that together and chain that together. Yeah, no, this is why it's taking so long. Like, I think we ended up picking for our game. I'll be frank. I think we ended up picking some pretty like difficult staples to nail in terms of like the complexity of the tech. So like motion matching alongside with like really like some pose and phase and thingy mashing for like just the basics, right? Trying to do that in a scalable way does result in like it gets pretty techie, and it's a lot of experimentation, and it just opens the floodgates to a lot of problems, right? Whereas, so for example, if you say like, locomotion isn't a staple isn't a core thing, right? I just need a character to move fluidly, move quick, turn, and go from it. Then you can be like, okay, cool. Let me get it to a point that's good, and then let me leave that, so that I don't then have like I don't need it to be squeezing between walls and like shimmying along edges. So the tech, I don't need to work beyond that, right? It's about scope, right? Because I think, and this is the thing that I've learned, and I'm still terrible. I suck at it. Scope creep is crazy. Like, for example, like, so making your game, like, you'll get to a point where you're like, this is good, and then you'll be like, it would be better if, right? But that it would be better if unknowingly could add 3 months to development, like that. And that's what we've done so many times. It's crazy. Right, I don't think we had our staple mechanics with the tech we wanted stable. Do you know what I mean? So we kind of had to. Whereas I'd actually say on your end, you've got a lot of, for the tech that you're using and the kind of narrative, I think you've got a lot of your mechanics really stable. From what I see, because again, like, I'm aware, like, what you see may not be, because I'm the same. I don't post the buggy bits. You know what I mean? So, so you ask yourself, like, oh, you know what? This could be a lot better if I did this. But then the goal, you have to from the start be like, this is the scope. Like, I just need it to move around the environment quickly. When I'm in air, I need like a good amount of options to be able to do moves. I need it land fluidly, and I need it to be able to transition and be able to, vault and climb fluidly as well. And that's the scope for this, right? And really, and I think this is just time and learning, like, because we're still like, everyone's new to it, you know what I mean? No one's really done it, like, and like, I'm still new to game dev and stuff, and it's easy to just get caught up in that, like, oh, like, yeah, you know what? Oh man, let me add strides, let me add squeezing, let me add balancing, let me add thing, let me add that. And before you know it, you're like, oh God, I've got this, like, oh my God, like, thing. And the tricky thing is doing all of this without accumulating technical depth just adds time to your thing. Because, and then people don't see that, right? They'll be like, oh, release this thing, it looks good, or release this. And what they think is really quick to add has added, like, is actually the most difficult thing and will accumulate the most technical depth if you don't. Mate, honestly, that's the same. That's the same. Like, but I've gotten, I like the process of redoing from scratch rather than just trying to like make it work. Because like my biggest thing is like you can't accumulate technical depth, especially if in the future, which I'm guessing you do plan to bring on other people to, like grow the game and make more. Mate, I'm telling you, it's a non-stop thing. So yeah, I think the key is just like, don't accumulate technical depth. So don't like make things work and not know how they work, if that makes sense. Like you can't, it works, I think, like, and it does it, and you don't really know what you did there. Yeah, and have realistic scope for certain mechanics and just figure out what the core of your game is. And then once you believe in that core, then that's where you have to, like, once you stabilize that, get something out for players to play, so you can get behaviors and understand then what next drives the rest of the narrative, right? Because I think that's something we've not done as much that we need to do in terms of, like, we got these players, we need to play to see the behavior of how they interact with these staple mechanics. Like, how do they find the locomotion? How do they find like the climbing and the pose and the fluidity of them, like how realistic it feels whilst also being able to do crazy stuff? Like, that's the, yeah. TLDR, like, too long, did not read. Yeah, find the, what is it that makes your game special, right? And hone in on that. And if the thing may make it better, but doesn't contribute to this is what is the game, like at its core, then, it can happen next release, like, and that's what I've got to also get back, because I suck at it too, like, because I'll be like, oh, you know what, let me just add this thing, it'll be sick if it did this, and then you realize, oh, hold on, I got to write a whole interface for that, and then setting up the interface, we got to make sure it's added to the animation cutter where it handles the root motion differently, therefore we got to, And so before you know it, you're 3 weeks deep into what you thought was just like, I just want to make it stick better, you know? Like, so, mate, I think you're doing a good job, honestly. I cannot emphasize that enough. I think, yeah, just hone in on what like makes your game special, hone in on what like style of parkour you want for your narrative, and once you've figured that out, just be realistic with your scope and get people playing it, so that you can get better like feedback on the behavior of how players will play. Uh, because I've found that, yeah, like bloody hell, you think a player will do something, they will do the exact opposite. I don't know how many people you have tested your thing, but they will do the exact opposite of everything you think they will do. It's crazy. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, I mean, I hope that answers your question. If that makes any sense. Um, it kind of goes hand in hand with the inputs thing too. Like, what are the staples? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's got like if you're trying to figure out how many inputs or what moves to prioritize. Oh, okay, we need to fix this, dude. Um, oh mate, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. Um, yeah, this is annoying. I mean, of course, in the freaking thing. No, no, man, you're good. Like, I could get, I love. Of course, it bloody goes down to the feet of it. Nah, man, it's good to hear, bro. Honestly, anything like that, just give it a shot. I've no issue. I mean, I'll show the source code, so you can't get much. Yeah, I've no issue. And I like it's nice to talk about, man. It's good to chat to someone else doing the same thing, bro. Um, interesting. Okay, so let's take a minute. Mm. Oh, need to do a social media post. Hmm. Hold on. If it's in range from hands to feet. Hey, Grey Fox. No, I just sorted out some root stuff. I had triple Kong to gainer, grapple hook, skate beam. Oh my god, mate. Yeah. You know the crazy thing? It's like when they're like, add this crazy thing, and you're like, yeah, that's fine. I can add the animation, but then just syncing it up, it's what like. Oh man, I feel you. Again, though, this is what I realize. People that they have no clue how a game is made. Like, especially even like the big ones. Because I'm like, Jesus, it takes how many years to make one of those games with thousands of people working on it, and we're trying to get a tenth of that in terms of like quality. And then you're like, nah, sorry, yeah. Especially if you're not like asset flipping. Like, you don't just go on the market, grab animations, grab the world, grab the environment. Crazy. I feel you, man. It's the struggle. But they'll say do all of that, but release it next week. You're like, huh? Like, what's that? And make it free. Oh my god. I already don't get paid. It's like I already do it for free. That just like yeah, it's crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What crazy? Where do I do this value? Okay. It's just a random ass key. Um mobile. The struggles, bro. It's the struggles, man. It is the struggle. What needs to It ain't even. This little dip is pissing me off. Make it mobile. Make it mobile. Custom shit. Pisses me off more than anything. Oh man. You're right, Kratz. How you doing? Income root club. You know what we just do? Let's just go in here. Let's just go in here. See what is doing what. Oh, it just went ahead and did its thing. Do I need to? Yeah, okay, that makes sense. Um, make sure I've not changed anything in it. Yeah, no. Okay, cool. Oh, oh man. Blah. Okay. What do I need to do? I fixed the annoying thing. It's still not 100% there because there is still a problem with that transition, but we can live with where it's at for now. So I'm actually gonna cross that off the list. Sus way of fixing it, but it is what it is. Um, we're gonna look at the coverage and then fix the animation rate and normalize that. Um, yeah. First, let me fix this cricket animation. It's being a mess. I can't tell if it's sus in the source code. Oh yeah, I mean, and I was wondering the source is. Oh, he steps down. I was wondering, he steps off a ledge onto. To be honest, where is he? He really does step down onto off a ledge. Not moving the start point to the over at this. Now what are you looking? Oh, just instantly better. Yeah, it was a waste of like 20 minutes, but hey ho, and all that. Ho ho ho, and all that. It didn't ping in there, which is interesting. Should that fix this? What mode? See, I still don't trust it because I still think, what is that rotate? Yo, hold up. Rotation is more sus than ever. Okay, I need to fix that. I think we should go with a bit more of a damp on. It's like this, bang. That, my god, it's annoying. See that I don't mind. But it's when it's within range, it does this. Douche. Yeah. crazy. When I go back to idle, it's better. It still does that. I think that's the transition, isn't it? It's because because we don't update like into that. Yeah, you can. Currently you do the. I've got it that you do spam out the hold on. You do spam out the cat landing, so you don't do like a normal land. But I mean, let me see here. First, I got land on this beam. Alright, I know I got hit just left of the middle one, so let's just. I just completely forgot to vote. I can't lie to you. It was just like I was so focused on aim. Now I've completely missed that guy. Let's get a bit more. Man, my accuracy is awful. Hold up. Oh, that's the one. I mean, it's not the one. I mean, that is totally not the one. And I did that on purpose to show you guys what not to do when you play this game. Oh, geez, can I stay straight, please? To be fair, the stick drift in my controller is crazy. This dude, my straight is not okay. You can also like running pre into it. But yeah, basically whenever you're in a beam, you're balancing, pretty much. Not if you go off the side, so we got to improve the balance detection a little bit. So like when you're facing forward, but it's quite a unique case that we need to handle. It's like there, it doesn't do it, whereas it really should, so. Like there, stop saying you're balancing, whereas you really are. But that's an easy, like, yeah, just got me that detection a bit better. Oof. Um, Jump to staircase. But yeah, I mean, now that you can stick, right, we still need to add those cases because it's quite unique. Like, it's not quite. It's again, especially you, Kras, where you play. I love it. It's the ultimate testament. It'll do everything that you don't want it to do, but I love it. But it's good. Hopefully, we get to a point where even you run out of things to do. um, I'm better with that. What was that? Yeah, we still got to sort out the freaking that going into the climb. I mean, I'm damn near certain it's because of the blend time. Um, do you know what though? I feel like this blend time value should be a value, and then we can say that if you're coming from something, because I mean, let me debug what it's doing. I'm pretty. Might run a bit slower in the machine, but yeah, just so I can see what the hell it's doing. Yeah. The other one kicks in, but it's the blend time. Crazy. All right, you know what I mean? I mean, what we could do, to be honest, to fix that is make these blend time values, bind that to an actual locomotion trait value, and then depending on what the trait is, we decide what the blend time will be. But we could say if you're doing any kind of montage, your blend time needs to be 0 because you need to go straight back to whatever that locomotion. To be honest, you know what? I mean, let me set runs at 0.5. Let me set run to 0. Right. Let's see how some of these guys handle it here. Oh, but what I need to do so I can see is I need to actually preview this guy. Yeah, way better. Way better. Bang, it goes fully. Well, it goes in there for like a split second and then it goes straight back to thing. I think it's in there for 1 frame. I mean, to be fair, what I can do to just finalize this, rather than doing all this crap here, is we can use the debug rewinder. Oh, I've got it. Oh, here we go. Here. So when we play, let's get to the right point here. Shift F1, record you, climb up this thing. Oh, I'm not recording anything of significance. Record you, climb up this thing, drop here and go off. Let's open up my friend here. And we can see, I mean, to be fair, let's do it so you guys can see what I'm also doing. So you see the power of the rewind debugger. You can see here, climb. Then I drop pretty quickly, to be fair. So here, we start a drop off. So we do our blend into it. All right. And we land. Then here, we got our dead blending, our inertialized one. This. Oh, you know what though? Oh yeah, but I've got a thingy of 0. So it really doesn't pick it up. That's so cool actually, to be fair. Now let's bring it back to 0 run blend time of 0.5. Right. And then let's do the same thing. I mean, it's actually, ironically, it's a pretty easy way of doing this, to be honest. Like, oh wait, hold on, I need to. Yeah, you already see it starts to go back towards the thing. So now if I climb this guy, and I drop down, if I do it again, sorry, drop down and run away, it goes back for just a split second, but it's enough to piss me off. You know what I mean? So here we're doing. Alright, so here we're doing whatever we're doing. Yo! Ho ho ho! That is what is called. Ooh, what a spot. What an absolute spot by me. That's a hell of a spot. Wow. Okay. I see you. Floating point error. Okay, I see you. So we're frame off. I was wondering. I had been wondering. Okay, that is so good. Okay, anyway, this. So here we're doing. Yeah, we're doing our montage here. Then we start our blend out, but we kick straight back into this dude, and then we ramp from this dude into the run. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that's it. Okay, okay. Two. That's good. I'm a fan of that. That's some good lessons learned there. All right, I know what's going on now. Okay, okay. I like this. I like this. So, I mean, I could do this now. Let me do this. So this blend time value, whatever it is. So we just got we got to bind it to you got to create a thingy value, bind it to that. All right. So what we'd have to do here is basic. So like when this is zero, it does a dead blend, right? So if I do this, so that's all fine, right? When it's 0.5, it takes half a second. So, but to transition from whatever previous one it is, because we don't update the actual state we're in whilst we're doing the thing, because we don't want any animation changes while we're doing the montage. Do you see how it goes like that before it runs out? That's the problem. But that's fine. We just basically just say like, if any montage whatsoever is playing, right, and that includes blending out, doesn't matter. You've got to be at zero because your source pose isn't getting updated at all. So in that case, you need to be transitioning like that. You know what I mean? So that's during blend out to monster, whatever it is. That's an easy fix, actually, ironically. All right, let me write that down because I'm going to go get some food in a sec. If doing any montage, motion matching blend time needs to be zero. Nice. Okay, that's the first one. Now the second one is let's sort out what this warp is doing for. Oh yeah. Oh no, wrong one. And although it's at the same frame, it don't get cold at the same time. So I think really it's got a ping then. It's got a ping here. In my opinion. In my opinion, onion. Sus. Real sus. Um what track is that on? Mm-hmm. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see. I want to see what's cracking. See, now they ping in the same frame. Before one was like here. And it was pinging. Oh, two open. Hold up. I didn't really do solve the problem I thought I was going to solve, to be fair. Didn't do nothing. I thought I was going to solve a massive problem, but it didn't. That's like little. The capsule. The capsule. Ooh. Ah. Okay, so that's fine. It does the exact problem that would think it would do. So that's all good. So that fix is the key guy. That's that's cool. So fix that, and we are laughing. Believe. Fix that, and I think we're laughing. Okay. All right. Okay. So just gotta fix. Get rid of this. Let's check this stuff in because I think there's some improvements around. Maybe sure I haven't changed. What have I changed? Oh, but I also added that bigger vote. That's the other thing. And then, if I'm honest with myself, I'm gonna get rid of this animation just because I've got to sync up more points. I've got to sync up the hands. They sync it out. Um, it's very nice. It's very smooth. To be fair, so with this guy, very smooth, very nice. Took half a second to add, but the key here is that it's very off. Look at it. Where are you even going? Now, I do think that's data, to be fair. Like, who knows? They just said no. um, yeah, I've got it as a dash, but let's see. Let's see if it is data, to be fair. Let's take off any kind of remotion nonsense. Yeah, I mean, it is data, because if this is what I mean by it. So his hands are here, right, in this. Right. I mean, we can look at actual. Let's go hand left, right? In world space, it's a 229. Right? Then by the time he actually is here, he's still on the object. His hand's at 248. Like, oh my good, like that's like you mean that's 20 above where it is. You mean like bear in mind, I'll show you what a 20 centimeter cube looks like. Um, that's it's that much of an offset. So like when you're seeing it, like so imagine right, the hands are this wrong, but they're not just the hands, the pelvis, the waist, everything is that wrong. So now we're all 20 off, which right now when we look at this, that's the exact space in which he's clearing over the wall. And so I'm like, oh, let's. So part of me is like, oh, let's just add another sig point to get it right. But then the other parts of me like, I don't need to if the animation doesn't suck. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's so off. You know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna keep that there so I can see exactly if that is actually what how off it is. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, I just climbed it. Hold on. It's exactly how off it is. Look at it. It's exactly how off it is. Which is what it's so annoying. Like, that is exactly how off the thing becomes. The offset of what the hands are freaking doing in this animation. So yeah, I'm gonna kill it off until I get a chance to clean it. I don't have the time to do it now. But at least I know it's easy to add. That was the main thing, really. God. Nah, not at the moment. I generally, the reason I've omitted them. The logic is there. I just don't have the coverage. Like, I don't have the animations. I'll be honest with you. We really, they're all from like when you're like right by the weird, so the warp is crazy. So yeah, I have omitted it. It will work very well though once it's back. Like, it will work really nicely, especially with the new way we do the falling and stuff. It worked really well. Um, okay, anyway, let me. Meantime, I mean, the beauty of this system, I just got to do that. And now, by the magic of code, those animations are gone. But they're still there, so I can use them later. I mean, that was ridiculous, but yeah. So this is what I mean by coverage as well. Like, if you see how fast he jumps over this guy when I'm sprinting. It's like, it's so much nicer. And then he slows down. Not at the moment, no. So, the reason why you can't do a lot of this stuff, like, there's a reason why you can't like jump and grab the ledge, right? And instead you gotta be like arm jump to this ledge. Well, it's because like the motion you do is completely different. That's one of the things I discovered while doing it. Like, the jump you do is completely different. Like, if you were to jump to the thing or not. But aside from that, like, what you may want to be able to do is, if you don't make a jump, whereas like, say like you just jump like this, but then there's a ledge there, like, grab it on your way down while you're falling or whatever. Yeah, you may want to just, be able to grab it or whatnot. That is, yeah, downvotes were in 011. I've just taken them out. Yeah, like I said. Um, we've got to update the site. Like, um, that's the last thing I also need to do. Like, when you pick up that coverage from so far away, we basically really do eliminate our chance of. Yeah, hopefully tonight. But yeah, sorry, Grey Fox. Yeah. The main thing is because um, the climbing system really needs. I need to do it, but I need to do it in a way that it's works with dynamic objects and is replicated fully. So and is really scalable with motion matching. So that is why I've held off it, and a lot of features will come because like you're grabbing, but then what you doing? Just dropping off. So like I wanted it to be like, because those stuff we know we can do, but the base of it, like moving on a ledge, jumping between ledges, dinos, all of that will stem once we have a stable like climbing base that I want to inject stuff into, because I don't want to do the stuff to transition you to climb when I don't know exactly how we're gonna do once you're in the climb. So I wanted to like get into the climb, have that stuff there, and then once I know that this is the pipeline for when you're in the climb, bring in the stuff that will transition you in and out fully. Um, so yeah, and whether or not that's going to be montage based or motion matching based. Um, Currently, looking at the dynamic object stuff, is looking more and more like montage based because you can create these sync points in the world. What I might do right now though is rein back drastically your the detection. So because the this we could do as well. We could initialize all of our range detection values based on the coverage that we have, which is what we probably should do rather than having just a random magic number. Hmm. Because what if we said like the distance of your like jump coverage is hmm. I like that. I like that logic. Let's I could do that. Okay, we can do that in a bit. Let me. Okay, I want to grab some food because I'm starving and I'm actually haven't eaten it all today. So I'm gonna go pop the shop, grab some food, and then I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do that stuff for the blend time, and then I'm gonna quickly just sort out the covering, like the distance coverage, because I want to avoid you doing crap like this. So that well, well, I mean, I can't start that right. You should really bail there, but yeah, I want to avoid you doing stuff like this. And like, do you mean? And I know he should like just fall already at climax. So to be fair, that just does need a climax and can fall at climax. So that's a pretty easy fix. That, but I don't even want you doing that animation. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even want you trying to do that because you should just jump normally. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna rein it in massively. Um, and then once I've done that, we'll be at a stable point, especially with the blend time fix for the motion matching. Then what I'll do is I'm gonna roll back. I'm gonna check. Well, I'm gonna check all this stuff in now anyway. Then I'll check that fixes in. I'll roll back the clothing. I'll build. So I won't stream later tonight because I want to build. But I will stream later tonight once I've built. I'll do a build. Make sure all is good with the general stuff, and then I'll catch up with Dado, see what his situation is, and then I might just push this test level, um, and see what happens. But yeah, we'll go from there and see what happens. Yeah, it's occlusion culling, and I think what's happening is that every time the cloth intersects with the mesh, normally it's meant to collide, but I think the thing is then saying like you and your mesh are, or like your physics or whatever, are colliding, or like there's some kind of overlap, cull the cloth, so you would see it, and that's why it flashes because it goes in and out whenever they intersect. Now, because if you turn off occlusion culls, it doesn't do that. Now, the issue then we have is that it then doesn't do the cloth simulation. Now, it's a build thing for sure. But yeah, let's do it. There's just one or two things. Again, I'm really avoiding changing too much. I've got a couple of things on my list that are pretty cool that I need to change and fix and improve and add and animations, and the list goes on. But um, I, I want to start building. So yeah, let's grab some food. We'll come back, do those last little fixes, and build and see where we're at tonight. Um, yeah, I don't have much time tomorrow, so I really want to get built out tonight at least. Maybe add some more climb coverage. Um, and I want to also potentially look at speeding things up because when I so like if I artificially speed things up, the game's very fast, which is like very fast, which is good. Especially very fast, especially in the absence of stuff like field of view, HUD stuff, like UI stuff, graphic stuff, all that kind of stuff to make things feel faster. Because when it builds, it runs very smooth, which you think is a good thing, but the smoothness becomes a little jarring in a way. So, yeah. All right, guys.